Hey, does anybody remember that time Gem and the Holograms had a truly outrageous theme song? Gem and the Holograms turns 40 this year, but this theme song is timeless. Like, I remember coming on after I think G.I. Joe, and even though I don't think I watched much of the show, I remember this theme song by heart, and it did its job. Like, it starts right with, like, there's not even an instrumental intro or anything. It's just Gem's name, but every line is bookended with Gem, and then in between, it's just describing what Gem is. That's an earworm, right? And the list continues, but it kind of like escalates, like the tension and anticipation builds with the melody, but the list becomes more about like 80s rock star life. And then I would argue probably the most memorable part of the song, at least for me, is the truly outrageous part, because I actually thought this is what the song was called. And then it continues with the truly outrageous hook, but it uses that like repeating syllables. It's not quite a stutter, but like it makes it more catchy because you're repeating melodies and syllables. It wasn't until pretty recently that I learned Truly Outrageous was its own song, and the Gem theme song was its own thing. It's what I usually think of. But let's not forget that this was a dual purpose theme song because it also gets interrupted by that bratty attitude. Is such a perfect interlude to the song, but also it's like so indicative of the Misfits from the show because, you know, they were the bad guys, so they would like keep interrupting things. But then the apex of the song is hitting that high note on Gem Is My Name. Gem is my name! I feel like almost everybody loved Gem. In fact, like Beyonce was a Gem fan. I actually got to talk to the singing voice of Gem about this. You had some inspiration on Beyonce, a young Beyonce.
I that's very cool.
We talked for almost an hour about the history in the last 40 years of Gem and the Holograms, and even things like how Taylor Swift has kind of become the real-life Gem, minus the dual persona thing. Britta Phillips, the singing voice of Gem, still sounds amazing. She can still hit all those high notes. In fact, the clips that I played were from her recent re-recordings called Reimagined.